3 months after that dramatic and emotional penalty shootout win over Hendon to seal promotion, Dulwich Hamlet begin life in the National League South today against Welling United at Parkview Road. The hosts have appointed some real National League South pedigree in Steve King as their new manager this summer, and he's wasted no time in signing players he's worked with previously at the likes of Macclesfield Town and Whitehawk. They start with 10 new faces, with only Jack Jebb remaining from last season. Dulwich ended their pre-season schedule with a heavy loss at Maidstone United last Saturday to end with 5 wins, a draw and 2 losses. In this historic day for the club, Gavin Rose gives debuts to Daniel Papo, Anthony Cook, Byron Lawrence and Magnus Okongai, who captains the side. The Wings may be slight favourites to win today, but the Hamlet have never lost an opening day fixture under Gavin Rose. So he just floats that in as the dust came up. Looking for Cargbo. Welling haven't cleared effectively at the moment. Dell, they bring the ball out of defence. Looking for Legoul. What's his first touch like? Pretty good. He's beaten Ming and he's got space to move into behind. He's into the penalty area. Is there a cutback for him? There is. Edwards has called it and gathers under pressure from McCallum, and it's actually a foul by Gavin McCallum. The ball spun up in the air. Edwards though watched it in his 6-yard box and brought it down the break. It was nice and quick there though from the host. I was told before the match that Nassim Legoul was a player to watch. Certainly seen more of the ball than Edwards has so far. Dulwich looking more promising on the attack. No real attempt on goal just yet though. Cargbo heads forward. Only re-signed for the club this week, Ibrahim Cargbo. Laura Obeng, the Dulwich sports therapist, has come on to treat him. She says he's been brought out of retirement for today's game. 2 usual sports therapists not available to work today. So Laura is well known to Dulwich fans who've been watching over the last 5-10 years. She worked for Gavin and Junior for a number of years. Only 22 minutes on the clock and Tanashay Abraham's been forced off with an injury. It's not a bad replacement to have, Nathan Green. Probably many people's tip to start today in that left wing back role. Very popular man is Abrahams. The Dulwich fans applauding him as he goes off. Victory starting. Well controlled by Mills, but lost out quickly. Akinyemi sells Cargbo short with the pass. It's come from Legoul just inside the Dulwich half. Crew had caught him, and Legoul had gone past him. Welling aren't happy that they weren't given the advantage there. Crew's booked. Not the first time he's caught Legoul in this first half. Just inside the Hamlet half, Welling have a free kick. He's a physical kind of player, actually, Carew. So this time from Cook. There's a good arm on him. Wilkes has come. Not punched it particularly well. It's off the post. He's punched it onto his own post, and it's spun back into his arms. Didn't cover himself in any glory there, the goalkeeper. Dulwich almost scoring fortuitously. Made a real hash of that, the goalkeeper. Welling goalkeeper almost punching a long throw into his own net. The post and stayed out. Ferguson can't get up above Ambrosine. Green does it against McCallum though. Oh, that's a mistake from Okongai, went down. Here's Danny Mills in the penalty area, trying to pull it back across goal, and Daniel Papo is there. Dulwich almost shot themselves in the foot. Just as he was playing a pass there, Okongai went down under no pressure. From there, Welling built an attack. Papo with an important clearance. Edwards searching for Green, usually a good method of distribution, and Green helps it onto the area. Ambrosine stretching, keeps it away from Akinyemi for the time being. Green brings it down, just inside the penalty area, gets to the byline, crosses it, it's too high for Cook. Came sailing in from the right-hand side, over his head. Carew has a look then, up he steps. Comes over the wall, great save, tipped over the crossbar. Outstanding save by Dan Wilkes. That was destined for the top corner from Carew. Almost saw a vintage Ashley Carew free kick there, but Wilkes has atoned for the mistake he made in the first half by producing an outstanding save there to push it away for a corner. Long throw into the Hamlet penalty area. Green helps it away and Ming hooks it out of his penalty area. Ron Barrett, first touch is poor, straight to Anthony Cook, and now can he use his pace to come away with the ball for Dulwich. Only played about 100 minutes or so of pre-season due to a hamstring injury. Ferguson chips it onto Akinyemi, right side of the penalty area. Up against Brian Barrett now. Coming inside, is there a shot for Akinyemi? There is! Blocked by Ordell. Out to Ming it comes. Sends it in. Wilkes gathers the cross. Dulwich on top at the start of the second half. I'm not sure Akinyemi's shot was actually goal bound. Ordell blocked it. In any case. Getting inside of Brian Barrett so easily though, Dipper Akinyemi. Plays about 12 yards out at the moment. Bit of tussling going on. Chip sends it in. And poked on, goal! Welling take the lead. It's Thierry Ordell who got a boot on it. Lovely ball in by Jack Jebb. And Dulwich fall behind in their first National League South game. They've been on top since the break. But an excellent ball in by Jebb. Has been poked home by the summer signing from Barrow. So you have a lot of whip in the free kick. Edwards, it was in that area where the goalkeepers find it difficult to come out to. And no one had picked up that run of Ordell. Stuck out a leg and diverted it home. To make that tremendous save. Sends it long. Congai will tussle with Gavin McCallum. Caught him there, and that could be trouble for Ashley Carew. Always going to be off here, Carew. He just kicked out. There was nothing going on there. And Dulwich are now down to 10 men. They tripped Danny Mills, and Dulwich's 5 minutes has gone from bad to worse. The ball was going out of play, and Carew just stuck a leg out and caught Mills. A goal down and a man dealt as well. He's a little bit petulant from a man with a lot of experience. We've conceded a free kick in exactly the same position. Jaha. Nice flick, back heel by Ferguson. Here goes Cook, he's away from Mendy, is he? Not quite. Not like a good challenge on Cook, he wants the free kick, he's asking the referee the question, but Welling getting on with the game. They're breaking forward at speed now with Gibbons. Coming inside and going for goal from distance, the right back on his left foot, but sails over the crossbar. Edwards not troubled there. Coming out of defence with the ball, the centre back. Good pass as well, McCallum. Excellent recruit from Eastbourne. He's on the ball again. Gavin McCallum, he's got two in the box if he can work across. There you go for goal himself, he does. Flashes all the way across goal. Away for a goal kick it goes. Edwards, I think, again, confident that wasn't going to trouble him. Much livelier affair since the break. Last free kick from this position. Wide on the left, saw them score. Slightly more towards the corner flag though than the previous one from Jebb. Already made one goal. Ordell's forward again from the back. He's tussling with Papa at the moment. Jebb delivers and Edwards with a good punch. Out of his penalty area and away from harm. His ball forwards charged down. Spins kindly for Mendy and here goes Jebb. To his left is Nassim Lagoul. Early cross, controlled by McCallum. On to Jebb. First touch isn't great, but he scores anyway. Seems to be going away from goal. And after making the first goal, Jack Jebb opens his account for the season. Lovely football from the hosts. Seemed to have a bit more space with the extra man. Jebb timed his run well from midfield. So you thought he was going away from goal, but managed to power in a shot at Edwards' near post. On the home side, well and truly in control now. Arnold Mendy again. Long it goes, Ming's got to be careful over his shoulders. Lagoul. Ming just about got a little touch on that, but Lagoul's regained the ball. He's in the area. Can't get the better of Ming. That's out for a goal kick. Ming does very well under pressure. Cook's going to pump this towards the penalty area. Ferguson, Cargbo, Papo, all forward green as well. It's too deep from Cook. No one had made the run round the back. Frustrated Dulwich faces out there. Cook, in particular, not happy with his teammates making lack of making runs, I should say. Forced backwards. Ambrosine has to go back to Wilkes. Distribution's been better in the second half. So a good long ball as well. Edwards has read it. Comes out of his penalty area, head clear. Brendan Kiernan it was, had made a decent run. Came back to help out Okongai. Got an important touch back to Edwards. Delt's coming back towards the penalty area. Goldberg taken over by Kiernan. He's gone for goal from distance. Oh, he did have a man over in Gavin McCallum there, Brendan Kiernan. Trusted his ability from some 25 yards. Always going away from Preston Edwards' goal. Did have 4 up in that attack, including him. Thierry Odell's been named the man of the match from the home fans. Maybe would have given it to Jeb, but Odell has snuffed out any Dulwich chances at the other end. Corner's got a short, Kiernan. Shot from distance from Kissick, always rising. Waste. They did have the space and the time to go for goal there, JP Kissick, but got it wrong. A long way over the crossbar. Magnus Okongai, captain today. Bose again. Cargbo to his left. Industrious Ibrahim Cargbo. Bose. Patient build-up play from Dulwich. Haven't seen much of this today. Ferguson got his shot horribly wrong from distance. Just under 25 yards out and drags it a long way wide. Okongai sends a free kick long to Gary in between Ordell and Ambrosine. Just bounces over him. He's not the tallest player in the world, and that's what allowed Wilkes to come out and grab. I'd squeezed him behind the 2 centre-backs, which is no mean feat. They stand above him as well. The Dulwich fans had a good day out, regardless. And the referee brings a curtain down on an opening day defeat for Dulwich Hamlet. It was 14 minutes in the second half, which was the difference between the 2 sides today. Dulwich, up until they conceded, were perhaps on top. They'd more than held their own in the first half. Almost went ahead. A Dan Wilkes punch went against the base of his own post, but rebounded into his arms, and then he made a tremendous save to keep out Ashley Carew from distance with a free kick at the start of the second half. But in the 52nd minute, the game swung. A free kick from the left-hand side from Jeb, was converted by Thierry Ordell, making his debut, the centre-back, arriving in the summer from Barrow. And things going from bad to worse. There were a goal down and a man down Dulwich. Ashley Carew sent off for a second bookable offence 2 minutes after they conceded for kicking out needlessly at Danny Mills with the ball going out of play already. And a second goal followed. Jeb, after making the first, scored the second, running from midfield into the penalty area. Took it a little bit wide and then scored it. Preston Edwards' near post. Dulwich after that, they ran out of steam somewhat. They lose for the first time under Gavin Rose in the opening day of the season. Final score at Parkview Road is Welling United 2, Dulwich Hamlet 0. Gav, a historic day, but not quite the way we would have wanted it to end.
No, of course not. Obviously, we're not here to lose games, so it's never nice to start the season like that. It was a funny game because obviously I thought in the first half we competed well and we made the game tight. Looked like we could have been a threat on the counter, but competed, and I don't think any keeper really was working that hard, so it was very even. In the second half, we actually started quite well on the front foot. Looked like we could start working their keeper, so we was doing okay, and we switched off. In the other team's half, we'd asked us to keep the ball a little bit better. Don't get rid of it. We've got the ability to do that, and I don't know whether it was the occasion or just not wanting to take too many risks, but I thought the players didn't back themselves enough in the other team's half to look after the ball a bit better and create opportunities. And we crossed the ball early. I think Sanchez crossed it early, and they got the ball down the pitch quickly. He gave away then a free kick, and then obviously the ball comes in the box and they score from it.
Up to the point when they scored, had they gone out and done exactly what you'd asked them to in the game?
Yeah, yes and no. I think we were doing okay, but I wanted them to do a little bit more in possession of the ball, especially in the other team's half. And like I say, I felt that we didn't back ourselves and we didn't play to our standard. That's something that, for me, if we're going to win or lose games, I think we've got to do it in the way that we want to do it. There's no worse a feeling for me than losing and actually not playing the way you're capable of playing. So the boys will understand that we're not going to lose games in that fashion. Because we didn't actually do what we were capable of doing, and we've got some really talented players in there, and they've not been able to express that or show that. That's not what I've got them there for.
I was going to say, it was a bit of a worry perhaps that there was lack of creativity in the attacking third today.
Yeah, but the lack of creativity was literally down to us not backing ourselves. It was probably more mental than it was ability or physical. It was not really wanting to take enough risks, not being brave as we know we can be. But that's a mentality shift, and I'm pretty sure once the boys realise that it's in our favour to do that, then we'll do that and we'll do better.
Red card didn't help either. What was your assessment of that?
Yeah, he's let us down today. At the end of the day, you can't do that. Your yellow card, and to get sent off for pushing someone is literally cheap. We're away from home, we're 1-0 down, and I'm pretty sure the boys, the rest of the other 10 players, wouldn't be happy with what he's just done there. So yeah, not great from Ashley. He's had days when he's literally been the person that everyone's applauding because he saved us on a few occasions and pulled things out of the hat, and you know, rightly so. You credit due when he done that, but today wasn't good enough, and it's something that it will be addressed in the week.
Do you learn a lot from today and then go again Wednesday?
Yeah, we always learn. No matter what game it is, friendlies, we always learn and always trying to improve. But Wednesday's game won't be the same as today, so we will actually just address Wednesday's game for what it is and not get too emotional about today's game.